In a heavily secured compound, a group of young boys undergo a harrowing transformation. Barcode tattoos are etched onto the backs of their closely cropped heads, symbolizing their new identities. They are subjected to rigorous training in weapon handling, explosives, hand-to-hand combat, endurance, and physical strength. The ultimate goal: to mold them into elite hitmen capable of operating on a global scale. Meanwhile, in modern-day London, Interpol agent Mike Whittier returns home to find the power out. Navigating through the darkened rooms, he is abruptly confronted at gunpoint by the infamous assassin, Agent 47. Earlier that day, Agent 47 had the opportunity to eliminate Mike but refrained. Now, his intention is to talk. He warns Mike that any wrong move will result in his death and the demise of his family. With a heavy heart, Mike complies, taking a seat as instructed. As their conversation unfolds, Agent 47 muses about morality, questioning whether a person can still be deemed good after taking a life. Their dialogue explores the moral complexity of killing, especially when committed by someone who once identified as a good person. Agent 47 shares fragments of his life story. He recounts a mission in Niger, 3 months earlier, where a dangerous gang known as the Organization has full control over the city of Shanti. Their primary goal is to produce the most lethal assassins in the world. One day, members of the organization arrive at an abandoned house, bringing with them a man who betrayed them for money. They chain him with heavy iron shackles, awaiting the arrival of the gang leader. When the leader appears, he doesn't waste time. Before saying a word, he cuts off the traitor's hands, demanding to know why he chose to betray the group. The traitor writhes in pain, apologizing profusely. However, the traitor begins to choke, his voice faltering as if something is stuck in his throat. Suddenly, the shocking twist is revealed. The traitor had swallowed a bomb planted by an agent. The device is detonated remotely, killing everyone in the room. The mastermind behind this brutal scene is Agent 47, a ruthless assassin trained from childhood to become a professional killer. He and his peers are identified solely by numbers, as they were never given real names. For 3 years, Interpol officers Mike and Jenkins have been tracking Agent 47 across the globe, linking him to numerous assassinations. Their latest pursuit led them to Niger, but, as always, they failed to capture him. Now, Agent 47 is preparing for his next mission in Russia. He checks into a hotel, where he carefully sets up his room for security. He places his weapons in a fridge, scatters small glass beads outside his door as an alert for intruders, rigs the door with a bomb, and sets up an escape rope by the window in case of an ambush. As he awaits his next assignment, Agent 47 receives an encrypted message from the secret agency he works for. The mission details reveal his target, the future Russian president, Belikov. Recently, Belikov has made numerous enemies due to his political decisions, and the agency orders Agent 47 to assassinate him in a public setting, making it appear as a deliberate political hit. Initially, Agent 47 objects, as he prefers operating in the shadows rather than in the public eye. However, he eventually agrees, not wanting to appear weak to the agency. At a public rally outside Belikov's building, Agent 47 prepares for the mission. With his sniper rifle in position, he waits for the perfect moment. As Belikov steps forward to address the media, Agent 47 fired a single shot into his head. He then quickly detonated his sniper rifle so as not to leave any evidence, and prepared to leave the city. Just as Agent 47 is about to board a train, he receives an urgent message from the agency, revealing that someone has witnessed the assassination. The witness is a woman named Nika Boronina, and she must be eliminated immediately. Wasting no time, Agent 47 tracks her down. As she approaches her car, he raises his gun to kill her, but in an unexpected turn, she looks directly at him. Agent 47 hesitates, momentarily stunned. At that moment, another assassin sent to kill Agent 47 fires a shot but misses, hitting a bystander instead. Agent 47 realizes that the agency has betrayed him, sending another operative to eliminate him. Using the chaos to his advantage, Agent 47 escapes. Meanwhile, Interpol officers Mike and Jenkins receive intelligence confirming that Agent 47 is in Russia and is responsible for the president's assassination. Collaborating with Russian intelligence, they coordinate an operation to capture him. The authorities locate Agent 47 at his hotel and surround the building. Inside the hotel, Agent 47 replays the events of the mission in his mind, struggling to understand how the Russian president survived. Despite being certain of his perfect shot, reports claim that Belikov is still alive. The agency, refusing to pay Agent 47 for an incomplete mission, also withholds information about who ordered the hit. Enraged, Agent 47 threatens the agency, demanding answers. As the police breach the hotel, Agent 47 receives a mysterious call from an unknown individual. The caller reveals a startling truth. The Russian president himself orchestrated the assassination attempt, intending to fake his death in public. Stunned by this revelation, Agent 47 begins questioning the motives behind the mission. At the same time, the police step on the glass beads scattered outside Agent 47's door, triggering a noise that alerts him. Reacting swiftly, he moves into action just as the bomb attached to the door detonates, killing the soldiers outside. Agent 47 uses his escape rope to rappel down to the floor below, where he retrieves his weapons from the fridge. Preparing for a fight, he engages in a fierce battle with the advancing officers. Opening the elevator doors, he descends into the cab, eliminating the officers inside before making his escape. However, Inspector Mike intercepts him, aiming his weapon and ordering him to stop. In that tense moment, a janitor passes by, creating a distraction. Agent 47 seizes the opportunity, evading Mike's gunfire and leaping into the river, once again slipping out of their grasp. Back in the now-destroyed hotel room, investigators find some of Agent 47's belongings, including his laptop. However, the laptop automatically formats itself, erasing any evidence. Interpol and the Russian police collect everything left behind, but tensions rise between the two agencies. Russian Inspector Yuri resents Interpol's involvement, while Mike grows increasingly suspicious of Yuri, sensing he's hiding something. Meanwhile, Agent 47 changes his appearance by visiting a clothing store and purchasing new attire. He then buys a bouquet of flowers and disguises himself as a deliveryman. With his cover in place, he arrives at Nika's apartment. When she opens the door, he grabs her, forcing her into the trunk of his car before driving to an abandoned hotel. At the hotel, Agent 47 interrogates Nika, demanding information. When she refuses to speak, he draws his gun and aims it at her head. Just as he is about to pull the trigger, he notices a tattoo on her face that reminds him of his own. Realizing that Nika was also trained to be a professional assassin like him, he hesitates and decides not to kill her. Instead, the two form a fragile alliance, agreeing to work together. With the entire city on high alert, Agent 47 devises a plan to escape. However, Inspector Mike anticipates his next move and waits for him at the train station. But Agent 47's quick thinking and resourcefulness allow him to outmaneuver the police. He disguises himself as a train conductor, walking through the station unnoticed. Just then, another assassin sent to kill Agent 47 identifies him, initiating a chase. Mike and Jenkins, noticing the commotion, join the pursuit. Realizing he is being tailed, Agent 47 leaps over a fence and disappears into underground tunnels. The rival assassin follows, and the two engage in a brutal fight. Despite the assassin's skill, Agent 47's superior speed and precision give him the upper hand. He subdues his opponent, but before delivering the final blow, he notices a shadow. 3 more armed assassins appear, surrounding him. The tension escalates as all parties lower their weapons, opting to challenge Agent 47 to a sword fight. Despite being outnumbered, Agent 47 demonstrates extraordinary skill, systematically defeating them. When one assassin attempts a sneak attack from behind, Agent 47 counters, kicking him off the train. Using his belt, he strangles the final attacker until he succumbs. After the intense battle, Agent 47 returns to the first assassin and finishes him off. At that moment, Inspector Jenkins arrives, only to be ambushed and taken hostage by Agent 47. When Mike arrives and sees Jenkins in danger, he is forced to negotiate. Reluctantly, Mike lowers his weapon. Agent 47 seizes the moment, shooting Mike in the chest. Just as he prepares to deliver the killing blow, Nika intervenes, pleading with him to spare Mike. Agent 47 heeds her request and retreats. Meanwhile, paramedics arrive at the station to tend to the injured officers, giving Agent 47 and Nika a chance to escape. Later, Agent 47 warns Nika to never interfere in his missions again. She promises to stay out of his way. Meanwhile, Yuri pressures Mike and Jenkins to leave Russia, but they refuse, becoming more convinced that Yuri is hiding something. In a heated moment, Mike grabs Yuri by the jacket, unknowingly planting a listening device. This device allows Mike and Jenkins to overhear Yuri's conversations, including one with President Belikov's double. It is revealed that the real President Belikov was killed by Agent 47, and the current Belikov is merely a lookalike. Yuri and the imposter conspire to eliminate anyone who knows the truth, including Agent 47 and Nika, in order to maintain their power. Shocked by the revelation, Mike and Jenkins resolve to expose the conspiracy. In Moscow, an American intelligence officer contacts Agent 47, requesting a meeting. Cautious of a trap, Agent 47 arranges for the officer to meet Nika at a restaurant while he watches from a nearby rooftop, sniper rifle trained on the officer. Ready to intervene if things go awry, Agent 47 listens in. The officer, however, proves genuine, proposing a deal with the American intelligence agency. He wants Agent 47 to assassinate Yudor, the Russian president's brother and a notorious arms dealer. Yudor has been protected by Belikov, but with his protection gone, both Russian and American agencies want him eliminated. The officer reveals that Yudor is set to meet another arms dealer named Bryce in Turkey. Bryce and Yudor have never met, creating the perfect opportunity for Agent 47 to impersonate Bryce. Agent 47 agrees to the mission but demands that the American agency extract him at any cost if he is ever captured. The officer accepts the terms, reassuring him that they will handle everything. This reveals a startling truth. The secret agency Agent 47 once worked for was connected to U.S. intelligence. Agent 47 travels to Turkey and heads to the restaurant where Bryce is dining. Using sleight of hand, he slips a substance into Bryce's drink. Bryce, feeling unwell, heads to the restroom, unaware that Agent 47 is following him. At the restroom door, Bryce's guards search Agent 47 but find no weapons. Once inside, Agent 47 retrieves a concealed weapon he planted there earlier, eliminates the guards, and injects Bryce with a lethal poison. He then quickly escapes the restaurant with Nika. The following day, Agent 47 infiltrates a party hosted by Yudor. Disguised as Bryce, he poses as a buyer interested in Yudor's weapons. Yudor showcases his wares, boasting about their quality. However, Agent 47 interrupts, calling him a liar and claiming the weapons are cheap Chinese knockoffs. Suspicious of his guest, Yudor draws a gun, but Agent 47 counters by throwing a suitcase onto the table. The suitcase contains a bomb, which detonates, causing chaos. In the ensuing confusion, Agent 47 grabs two weapons and engages in a fierce firefight. Despite the barrage of bullets, he uses his surroundings for cover, waiting for the perfect moment to attack. Seizing the opportunity, he hurls a grenade, which explodes and destroys the room. Although most of the attendees are killed, Yudor survives, gravely injured. Agent 47 finishes him off and escapes with Nika. The duo drives to a train station, aiming to cross the Turkish-Russian border. On the train, Agent 47 bids Nika farewell, urging her to get off at the final station and start a new life. Nika, deeply moved and having developed feelings for him, reluctantly agrees. Agent 47 remains resolute, promising they will meet again once his mission is complete. Elsewhere, at Interpol headquarters, Mike was searching throughout Agent 47's suitcase, the one he left in the hotel after escaping, and he found a special key inside it. However, he didn't know what the key was for. At this moment, Jenkins shows Mike a photograph of the real President Belikov delivering a speech. He compares it to another photo, taken at the same time, showing Belikov's imposter dining at a restaurant. This comparison confirms their theory. The current Belikov is merely a double. Meanwhile, the imposter Belikov, feeling threatened by Agent 47's survival, meets with Yuri and orders him to eliminate the assassin by any means necessary. Yuri returns to his office, but as the lights suddenly go out, Agent 47 ambushes him. When Yuri regains consciousness, he finds himself chained to a water-filled bathtub connected to an electric device. A radio is placed in his hand, and Agent 47 gives him a chilling ultimatum. Order the sniper to kill the fake Belikov, or the electrical device will activate, killing him. Terrified, Yuri begs for his life, but Agent 47 remains unmoved, giving him 30 minutes to decide. At the same time, Belikov's imposter, under heavy security, prepares to deliver a speech at Udry's funeral. Mike and Jenkins, anticipating Agent 47's arrival, are also present. As Belikov begins his speech, a terrified Yuri uses the radio to order the sniper to fire. The sniper complies, shattering the bulletproof glass protecting Belikov. Chaos erupts as his security team scrambles to shield him. The soldiers swiftly escort the imposter Belikov away, trying to protect him from the escalating chaos. Suddenly, Agent 47 appears, disguised as one of the guards. He eliminates all the remaining security personnel, systematically taking out anyone who crosses his path. Seizing Belikov, Agent 47 drags him to another room. However, just as Agent 47 begins to interrogate the imposter, another assassin, sent by the agency to eliminate Agent 47, confronts him. The two engage in a brutal fight. Despite the rival assassin's skill, Agent 47 gains the upper hand, breaking his opponent's arm and leg before defeating him. Turning back to Belikov, Agent 47 forces him to confess. The imposter admits that he was the one who orchestrated the assassination of the real president, using Agent 47 as a pawn. Enraged at being deceived, Agent 47 refuses the imposter's attempts to negotiate a truce. Without hesitation, he kills him. Moments later, a military helicopter appears, opening fire on the building. With no president left to protect, the soldiers aim to destroy the site entirely. Agent 47 narrowly evades the relentless gunfire, managing to stay unscathed. Once the barrage of bullets ends, he calmly takes a seat, places his weapon aside, and surrenders, waiting for the soldiers to arrive and capture him. Outside, Mike was surprised why the Agent 47, who calculated every move he made, would make this move knowing that he would end up being captured. At this moment, he remembered the key he found in the Agent 47 belongings and rushed in with his team. Meanwhile, the soldiers arrive. They take Agent 47 into custody, but Mike interfered and took him instead. Inspector Mike is in disbelief. After such a long and arduous pursuit, he has finally captured the elusive assassin. They transport Agent 47 in a convoy, but their journey is abruptly interrupted when a fleet of black cars blocks their path. Emerging from the vehicles is the American intelligence officer who previously struck a deal with Agent 47 regarding Udry's assassination. Mike steps out of his vehicle to confront the officer. While they argue, Agent 47 exploits the distraction to escape once again. Realizing this, Mike becomes infuriated. He had finally caught Agent 47, only to lose him once more. The film loops back to a previous exchange where 47 asks Mike if he is a good man. He shows Mike the body of a dead agent, disclosing that this man was a double who met his demise by a gun held by Mike, coercing him into compliance and warning him to stay away. In the final scene, Nika receives the deed to a vineyard as a gift from 47, who watches her from atop a building. At his feet lies a dead agent, and he remarks, "You should have listened." And that brings us to the end of the first part of our summary. Stay tuned for part 2, where the story continues to unfold. If you've made it to the end of this episode, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. Thanks for watching. See you next time.